Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom. Giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator, the Maker of heaven and earth, the one who sees all and is not seen, the one who judges all and is not judged. This is the one of whom we are speaking of. We hope and pray, brothers and sisters, that you all are well and will be better. Brothers and sisters, in giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator, the Maker of heaven and earth. We want to give honor to one of the elders and pillars in the community. That particular person being Rudolph Windsor, as you will see within the title itself. He's an author of several books. The books that come to mind is From Babylon to Timbuktu, Judea Trembles Under Rome, Valley of the Dry Bones, as well as the book called Deborah and Barak. I want to state that I first heard of the book From Babylon to Timbuktu quite some time before I actually got it. Me being born in 1980, I understand that that book was written before I was even born, brothers and sisters. The book that I have is the 1988 version that you will see being shown in the presentation. But brothers and sisters, when I first got the book, I began to read it and read it and read it and read it one particular day. And it was very enlightening, brothers and sisters. And one of the things I respected about the author, Rudolph Windsor, is that he cited other people and had a bibliography and so forth. He cited Black historians, white historians, and others to validate what he was saying for edification purposes. And brothers and sisters, we do not want the legacy that our leaders, our teachers, have paved the way for us to sit there and let it fall to the ground. Personally, I never met Rudolph Windsor, but I did meet another elder, Moses Farrar, and I'm asking the Most High to bless and strengthen their lives. And brothers and sisters, in giving honor and due respect to the Creator, the Maker of heaven and earth, we want to bring this out, brothers and sisters, for edification purposes. So this is going to be presented, brothers and sisters, on 3 different platforms: Mordeh Yeshaya Torah lessons, Mordeh Yeshaya history lessons, and Mordeh Yeshaya Hebrew lessons. Shalom, my brother Yirmiyahu. I was in the Ruach, or in the spirit, that is, to want to speak upon this particular subject. And this is not, brothers and sisters, going to be a long presentation. I am asking if you all are in good spirits and if you are able to hear me well, to please type in the number 4. If you are in good spirits and you can hear me well, please type in the number 4. Thank you for that, brothers and sisters. We are going to, brothers and sisters, pull up the presentation, and we hope and pray that you all will subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share. Thank you for such. Let us start, brothers and sisters, from slideshow from the beginning, and let us continue in this manner. Thank you for that. Shalom, giving honor to the Most High. This presentation, short and more importantly, about honoring an elder in the community, Rudolph Windsor, who is a published author. He, unbeknownst to many, inspired me to be an author. In this short and honorable presentation, I will show respect to my elder. Next slide. The elder Rudolph Windsor and the book he wrote. Now, that is the book that I personally have. The covers changed over the course of years, as authors do. And what you see there is just that, From Babylon to Timbuktu, a history of the ancient Black races, including the Black Hebrews. Now, some people disagree with some of the findings of this particular elder, even some Israelites. But that is those particular people's situation. My suggestion is, and is not to be disrespectful or anything of that sort, is, as he pointed out in that book, From Babylon to Timbuktu, I'm paraphrasing, that it is the duty of a person to present his or her case. You understand? And another thing I care to present and point out, brothers and sisters, is this book extended beyond the quote known Israelite community. And what I mean by that is it went out to the masses, people who did not acknowledge themselves as Israel. I remember one case in which somebody told me that, oh yeah, that book is it's been read and it's old. Like that's an old book. But that means that you knew of it, even though it was quote old in that particular case. You understand? That is the mark that we care to sit there and make, brothers and sisters, in this particular case. Let us continue in this. And by the way, you can get this book on Amazon. The other books written by the author, Rudolph Windsor, The Valley of Dry Bones. Now, having read the book, Valley of Dry Bones, I want to state that that is a sadder book, brothers and sisters, than the book From Babylon to Timbuktu. The subtitle, as you see there, is The Conditions That Face Black People in America. And then the other book there, Judea Trembles Under Rome. That is a book that came out even after that. And then he has another book that is called, when you look it up, called Deborah and Barak. So brothers and sisters, what do we want to point out in this? Israel, get your writings done. Israel, become published authors. It's even easier in this day and time than say in the time in which Rudolph Windsor was out getting his information out there to the people. It is easier in these days and times to become a published author. You understand? So this is something that we care to point out for reasonable purposes. All right? So, as you know, sometimes college professors have the students read their own book as part of the syllabus of the class. There are benefits to being a published author. And as we know, in this day and time, you can sit there and have an audio book. So there really, to a certain extent, is almost no reason to not be a published author. All right? But I just want to show this, brothers and sisters, maybe in another aspect, if we will, right? If we will, brothers and sisters. Just like this in this case, all right? Because I want the entire title to be shown for reasonable purposes, all right? So again, here we see the Valley of Dry Bones and Judea Trembles Under Rome, the entire thing without anything cut out in that particular case. All right, next slide, please. Again, you can get these books on Amazon, daynightpublications.com. Shalom. The books here, From Assyria to America, Part 1 and 2, are available for those who want them on Amazon.com. You can also get it by going to the website, daynightpublications.com. The books are for $20 until Hanukkah. We are extending the sale. Now, Hanukkah this year or Hanukkah this year comes, brothers and sisters, December 7th. All right? So after that, the book From Assyria to America will be higher in price. It was going to be extended until the 24th of September, but I feel in my heart to sit there and have the book sale to go all the way to Hanukkah. I was inspired to title, brothers and sisters, just want to change that real quick. Sorry about that, if you will. Only human. That's what happens in part when I wouldn't say Russian, but I didn't have a proofreader. As those who know being authors, you must have. I was inspired to title the book From To by reading the book From Babylon to Timbuktu when I was 15. Have a good night and be blessed. We hope and pray that everybody again is well and will be better, brothers and sisters. daynightpublications.com. Shalom, giving honor to the Most High. This presentation was brought to you from Day Night Publications. There will be, Elohim willing, more presentations on the subject of history, linguistics, and biblical knowledge. There will be, on October 1st, a presentation called The Story of Solomon. That will be on the platform Mora Yeshaya History Lab. There will be, on November 1st, a presentation concerning Hebrew, the last free public online presentation. Brothers and sisters, I'd like to sit there and take out the time and highlight this. There will be, on November 1st, a so-called Wednesday, right? A presentation concerning Hebrew, the last free public online presentation. So looking at that in that particular case, there will be Hebrew classes for those who do want it. And in that presentation, I'm going to explain that if one wants a private class, the requirement essentially is to have bought the books Hebrew is Easy, Volume 1 through 6. All right. Again, a book that you can sit there, or a set of books that you can get on Amazon. All right. Tune in this coming Friday, which is the Sabbath Friday night, for a presentation on the Hebrew of Leviticus 18. We ask you all to subscribe to the following channels: Mora Yeshaya Torah Lessons, Mora Yeshaya History Lessons, and Mora Yeshaya Hebrew Lessons. And subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and you will begin to see when we do go live and so forth and so on. So just want to, in the spirit, brothers and sisters, to get into that particular matter. All right. Just wanted to again expound upon and explain that on November 1st on the channel, Mora Yeshaya Hebrew Lessons, and if you subscribe to the channels, you will see this presentation going to be presented. We're going to be going over things that people have presented to us as Hebrews, as Israelites, that expounds upon and explains the point of what we're saying. For instance, the understanding of the word Matzor, Mitzrayim, and the understanding of the word Kabash, because that's a situation that came up. And the translation of Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, or in a beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, or as some are now saying, in the beginning, he created God, as if to say that the bara Elohim is not saying God created. So we want to point those kind of things out come this said November 1st, a Wednesday night. Brothers and sisters on the channel, Mora Yeshaya Mora Yeshaya Hebrew Lessons. Another thing we care to point out, if you follow in the channels, and I say follow in as a subscriber, that is, the honoring of presidents and ownership. We are up to, for those who've been subscribed and listening and so forth, we're up to James Madison and the situation that he was involved in. And we're going to talk more about his wife, the situation with the Constitution, and the amendments that came upon in the Federalist Papers for those into the history of that kind of nature. Regarding the presentation October 1st, we are going to be getting into the matter of the story of Solomon and understanding of where the goat of Ophir is in these days and times. And in between those dates, from October 1st to November 1st, there'll be presentations. So we're going to ask you to subscribe to the channels: Mora Yeshaya Torah Lessons, Mora Yeshaya History Lessons, Mora Yeshaya Hebrew Lessons. All right. Again, respect our elders, those who helped pave the way. Don't let the legacy fall to the ground. Shalom. Most High bless. You all have a good evening.